On this day, I'll be test riding this bike. This is the Royal Enfield Classic 500. This is an FI engine, but it still has a choke. Now you may be asking, why is that so? Because to cut costs and to just keep the bike as simple as possible, the company hasn't provided an O2 sensor. That's why they have to keep the choke. And another good thing that I like about this bike, that the brakes are really nice. These are not steel braided lines, but still they are very good. Many people may be telling that this is a very heavy bike. Yes, it is a heavy bike, there is no doubt about that, but if you are physically strong, if you are a big guy, you won't be having any problem. See, it's not that heavy. Let's get with the controls, the high beam and the low beam, the turn signals. Now these are some really tactile buttons. I really like them. My Honda has quite flimsy turn signals, and these are the headlight controls. We have off, front pilot lamps, and then the main beam. Let's crank it up. She comes to life quite easily. That's good, man. And this is a big bike, so you need some space to turn it around. And one thing I must say, while you are riding this bike, you feel that you are sitting really high up. You feel like you're in charge of the road. That's one good thing. That's a really good thing. And you can see the tank is really big. My legs are quite far. The ride quality is good. Without a doubt, this ride quality is really good. The horn is good. Wow, the front brakes have a good bite. Really good bite. The gearbox is not bad. See, this bike vibrates, okay? That's just the plain and simple truth. But the question is, can you have a fun on it? Yes, you can. You really feel good. Man, you feel good. The brakes are really nice. And of course, you need good brakes to bring such a heavy bike to halt. Okay, the rear brake could use some more bite. It doesn't feel that heavy. The sound is amazing. The sound is really good. This bike is good, man. This bike is good. This bike is really good. Can it turn? It's heavy to turn in, but once you get the bike to turn, it really holds the line very well. And come on, it's not a light bike meant to take turns. It's a heavy cruiser, and that it is very well at. It has a really nice pull, really good torque. it it has a nice pull, man. It has a really nice pull, and it's heavy. There is no doubt about that. It's heavy, and that's how it really tackles the bad parts of the road really well. Nice brakes, man. This is a good bike. This is a really good bike. Now, one thing you may ask me, that it's a 500cc single cylinder engine, so does it heat? Not really, it doesn't heat, because this is a low compression engine. Now, one thing you might be thinking, that the Duke 390 is a single cylinder engine. It's a smaller engine than this, but still that engine heats up exorbitantly. But this does not. The reason is that the Duke 390 is a high compression engine. The two kinds of engine, the cross spring crank system and the high compression engines, these engines heat up a lot. I mean, ridiculously lot. The FI system is really good. The throttle is not snatchy, but it really gets up and gets going. And one thing I must say, that this bike is geared really tall. So easy to cruise. I would really like this bike to have as a tachometer. That's a glaring absence. And this bike would probably do better with rear discs. Now, this is a bike with which you can cruise all day at 100 and yet take out your wife on to grab some groceries. This bike is really stable. I am doing creeping speeds and still my feet are all up. This is extremely stable. No throttle and still it's so stable. She handles empty roads really well. Now I must see how she handles crowded places. Another thing, you don't really need to use the horn. You can use just this. This is better than using the horn. Okay, so at higher gears and lower speeds, she is a little jerky. But if you are cautious with your throttle hand, you can really get out of it very easily without changing the gears. And for a Royal Enfield, I don't know if this is particular for this bike or for all classic 500s, the gearbox is surprisingly good. I haven't yet had a single false shift. Now comes the real challenge for any bike, a crowded Indian marketplace. And if you are looking for attention, man, this bike will get you tons and tons of attention. Can I dodge the speed breaker with a heavy bike? Yeah, I can. So she's heavy, but she's not difficult to maneuver. I think I'll be able to dodge the potholes really well. Yeah, I will be. And wow, she handles bad roads surprisingly well. These bikes are really underappreciated. The horn can scare people away. That's one good thing.
So, what kind of a bike is it, you ask me? This is a bike which has a lot of character. This is a bike which can bring a smile to your face every time you go out on a ride. Yes, it isn't a low maintenance bike, and you cannot expect it to be. But in this price range, there isn't something better which has a better character than this bike.